Today, January 31, is the feast of Saint John Bosco, priest. The youngest of three sons, John Bosco was born into a poor family in northwest Italy in the rural hamlet of Becchi. His father, a farmhand for a neighboring family, died when John was only 2. His mother continued to raise her sons with much love and affection. Until the age of 12, John spent most of his time trying to support the family by working as a shepherd and farmhand like his father. His family's poverty made it difficult for him to obtain a good education. His learning came from his lived experience, home life, and the sermons at church that he listened to attentively. At the age of 9, John had the first of his many dreams that would greatly influence him. In his dream, he came across a group of rough boys who were talking and cursing. John became angry with them and raised his fist to threaten them for their cursing. Suddenly, a man appeared in his dream who was radiant like the sun. The man said to him, "Conquer the hearts of these, your friends, not with violence, but with charity. Begin at once. Teach them the evil of vice and the excellence of virtue." When John asked the man who he was, the man replied, "I am the son of the lady I will send to be your teacher." With that, the Blessed Mother appeared in the dream and began to teach John about his future mission of caring for boys with kindness. John began his ministry when he was only 10. He would attend the shows of entertainers who performed juggling, magic tricks, and acrobatics. John studied their shows and then attempted to imitate them for other boys, always including prayers within the show and lessons learned from Sunday's sermons. After ordination, Father John joined his mentor, Father Cafasso, in Turin to continue his studies at the Institute of Saint Francis, where Father Cafasso was in charge. The two also engaged in ministry to the poor and imprisoned, cared for girls at the boarding school, and assisted in country parishes. It was in the prisons that Father John became aware of the number of boys who needed help. Father John's plan was to found an oratory to provide structure and purpose for these boys. He helped them get jobs by teaching trades. At the same time, he provided them with food and shelter, taught them catechism, and gave them moral guidance and hope. Within 10 years, Father John was assisting as many as 800 boys in need. Less than a decade, in 1861, some of the boys Father John mentored wanted to follow in his footsteps and assist other boys. Therefore, Father John founded a society of St. Francis de Sales, with a priest, seminarians, and a high school boy. The Salesian order was formally approved by the Vatican in 1869. Ponder those in your life who are troubled, abandoned, disgraced, or struggling in other ways. Strive to imitate St. John Bosco by seeing the good in them, to draw that goodness out so that they will find hope in the midst of the struggle with despair.